Well, so at the end of Soylent Green, I'm not sure whether Charlton saved the world or not. What do you think? I mean, he's yelling about it, but I don't think his boss is listening. Anyhow, that's a great movie from the 70s. And I'm Joe Bob Briggs, and this is Monstervision, and we're about to watch a minor cult classic called The Legend of Boggy Creek. And this thing has moments in it that'll just make you go, I can't believe I'm watching this. But what makes it so great is that the filmmaker, Charles Pierce of Texarkana, Arkansas, he obviously believes he's making a documentary. There really is a monster out there crawling through the bogs around Falk, Arkansas, and he's determined to be historically accurate in the way he tells the story, and he even uses many of the actual people who saw the monster playing themselves in the movie. And they do a pretty dang good job. The picture really grows on you. And I should mention that we feel kind of close to this picture around here at Monstervision because our director, Tom Moore, made another movie with Charles Pierce, the second most famous picture ever shot in Texarkana, called The Town That Dreaded Sundown, another drive-in classic. Maybe we'll show it one of these days. And then he also made the sequel, Return to Boggy Creek, which we won't talk about that. It's not quite as successful as The Legend of Boggy Creek. But tonight we're going to watch the best movie in the history of Texarkana. And, well, you'll see. Remember the people that are telling this story, they actually saw the monster. That's what makes this such fun. So check it out. I'll be here. The Legend of Boggy Creek. Okay, roll it. Isn't this great? My favorite guy so far is John W. Oates, the pig farmer. He doesn't care about finding out what the thing is. He just wants to get even because the thing carried off his 2 prize shoats. And I agree with him. What kind of thing can pick up 200-pound hogs and walk off with them? But wait, there is more to this. Much, much more coming up. How about that ape suit or whatever? What's the guy wearing?
The Boggy Creek.
A dead kitty cat, unmarked. 2 dead hogs, 1 dead kitty cat, the toll mounts. But the Falk monster would strike again. I love the narration of this movie, by the way. Hell, I love everything about this movie.
Boggy Creek.
Now, wasn't that a nice little bonus? The musical interlude, Gentle Monster Song. How does it go? Birds and beasts and winds and water hear the sulphur river flow. Wonder if they put out a CD. Anyhow, I do believe the part about everybody in Falk getting all the hunting dogs together and organizing a monster hunt to kill the monster. And I also believe that the dogs just finally said, we ain't doing this. That is funny, you know? Them dogs won't hunt. Doesn't this whole thing make you want to visit Falk, Arkansas? I do. I want to go meet old Herb Jones. Guy that says, they ask me why I live out here in the middle of nowhere, and I tell them I like it better than any other place, which you would think they could figure out for themselves. That's my kind of guy. Anyway, it's almost time for the pajama party, which I think is the single funniest sequence in the whole movie. You got to watch this sucker.
Boggy Creek.
See, you could never write dialogue like that. That's how I know this is the true story. Like when the girl stops everything and says, let's all have a Coke. Do y'all want one? and when she screams at the monster, go away. I mean, you put that in a horror movie, you'd have to rip it out of the typewriter, just throw that line away. That only happens in real life. Am I right? Now for the conclusion of The Legend of Boggy Creek, and be sure to watch the credits at the end to see how many of the actual people in that town participated in the flick. A classic of the American cinema. We'll never have another one like it. And actually, they did make Return to Boggy Creek about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years after this one, but it wasn't near as good as this. This one is a great cult classic because it has such conviction. Great movie.